All right, it looks like they're on the go.
On the go, yeah.
So on top we have iiPK and Vivid, and then on the bottom we have xwater and rocamocha.
Yeah. Let's go. So for clarification for commentary, I'm Mr. Bunny, and I'm here with Bayleaf. It says B-. They didn't change the name. B- was supposed to be commentating, but he's not currently at the moment, so.
So I'm kind of just a fill-in.
Yeah.
So a little bit about our racers currently. We have iiPK with I think he PB'd last night with a 111.42. And then I believe Vivid PB'd against me last night with a 122 time.
Yes. And then xwater has a PB of 113.33, and then rocamocha has a PB of 112.11. So
it'll be interesting to see. I believe these first few kingdoms are going to be going very close. There shouldn't be much time difference between anyone.
oh yeah.
Pretty solid cap kingdom. Everyone getting the
Yeah.
frog, jumping across the lake, making their way up. No huge differences here.
Mhm.
So iiPK go left, I believe.
Yeah.
He does like taking the more risky routes from when he's actually a training partner of mine, so he does like to do risky strats. So you can expect to see a lot of more lesser seen routes from other racers at this point.
Definitely.
Everyone making quick work of Cat Kingdom.
Mhm.
Everyone getting out roughly at the same time.
Vivid coming out last out of the Cap Kingdom there, with iiPK, xwater, and rocamocha all pretty much on the same pace here. So
So let's see the infamous T-Rex skip. Let's see how that treats them.
definitely. Now this skip can really screw you over if you're not careful. I've
For sure.
yeah, I've seen many people mess it up 5 times before. And it's rough when that happens. So
Oh, iiPK challenging the chain chomp with his face. So that'll cost him.
oh, definitely.
Bold strategy.
Just going head on with that chain chomp there.
It is a double whammy. You do take damage, and you do have to wait for your health to refill.
Definitely.
So yeah, this T-Rex skip coming up. If you get on the first try, it's pretty solid, but anything past that, it's going to take you about 7 to 20 seconds to reposition.
Definitely, yeah. And now the movement in Cat Kingdom has evolved quite a bit over the years, because when Dino Skip was first found out, it was a major thing because it skipped basically almost the entirety of Cascade, so it was definitely a huge deal. It looks like rocamocha is going to be the first one to get up top, with iiPK coming up next, and xwater afterwards. And then Vivid right afterwards, so...
iiPK opting in for the pre-hat throw strats. Looks like he got the first 2, but the chain chomp ate the third one, or the second one.
Yep.
Meanwhile, rocamocha finishing it off, being the first one out of there, and xwater being right behind him.
iiPK does try and challenge a chain chomp by walking him on the head again, but misses, so... iiPK likes to challenge these chain chomps here in Cascade, apparently.
He does prefer the risky strats, so that did give Vivid quite a bit of time to catch up and Looks like Vivid's about 5 or 6 seconds behind at this point.
Yep. Definitely.
Now for our runners on the bottom, they're getting their triple bananas, and they're going to get the last moon and peace out of Cascade.
Yeah. Now, the next kingdom is obviously Sand Kingdom, and this route has changed so much. Like, it is ridiculous of how many routes there is now. I believe there's close to 5, I think, if I recall, routes in Sand Kingdom. Some of them obviously slower, and there's like 2 or 3, I think, that are almost about the same. So,
right, you can opt in for the big 7-second time save with the Sphinx clip, or you can take the next fastest route, which is skipping Sphinx and then getting the dunes and ending with your notes.
definitely.
But if you don't get the clip on the first try, you're pretty much losing time.
100%.
So all 4 of our runners are about within 10 seconds of each other. So
Yeah.
I think the real test will be Dark Metro. I think Dark Metro is what separates most of our runners.
Definitely. Dark Metro can really mess you over, so.
All right. So let's see what our runners choose for the classical Sand Kingdom.
And that was a perfect skip as well from iiPK and xwater at the same time, skipping those cutscenes. So.
They do like their frame perfect strats.
Yes.
So I'm interested to see if we'll see a Sphinx clip this race.
I saw iiPK practicing the Sphinx clips a bit before the race happened, actually. So I'm intrigued to see if he's going to try it out here or not.
I'm almost positive he will, but he could change his mind last second depending on how the rest of his Sand Kingdom goes. He does opt out for the early bird though, so he probably will go for the Sphinx clip later on.
Definitely. Rocamocha getting the bird on the way to the dunes instead of by the buildings there, so.
A little different, but
yeah,
can't hurt.
There's really only 3 places that most people get the bird in Sand Kingdom. It's either on the way to the dunes, by the buildings, or at the sand dunes. So there's 3 really dunes there.
Roca having a little trouble with that first ice pillar.
Definitely, yes.
iiPK making it look a little easy. xwater taking his time with his backflip.
Yeah.
So let's see if these runners can get this early bullet bill. If you are fast enough, you can save it before it hits the wall. Which saves you, I don't know, maybe 8 seconds of waiting for the bullet to respawn.
Rocamocha having some trouble getting on top of this pillar here. What gets on top of it eventually? No. iiPK might be able to save the bullet bill here.
If he saved it easily.
Ooh, dang.
Yeah, when your camera starts panning back, you can actually dive, and it's pretty free if you're in the right spot.
Definitely, yeah. It looks like all 3 runners, besides Vivid so far, have gotten up to the pillar. So
Yeah, xwater opting in for the checkpoint strat, so he's probably going to warp to that checkpoint after he grabs the Sphinx, I would imagine.
Definitely. Now, let's see if iiPK does do the Sphinx clip or not. I think he might be.
He's going for it.
Oh, he's going to go for it.
Ooh, not first try.
No.
Second try.
No.
Third. Oh, and he goes in the room. So unfortunately, it would have been quicker just to talk to the Sphinx.
Definitely.
And he will have to do notes since he clipped inside of this room. Ooh, Roca didn't grab that checkpoint, so hopefully he stays alive at Jaxie.
Yeah. Now I
This
know
guy.
lots of people have died at Jaxie before, by accident. Like some people, they die at the first bullet bill part, and then other people die at the end. Like I know I've died at really dumb points, like rolling to the dunes, but then I roll into the poison. That's happened to me before. So just very small mistakes can really kill runs in any kingdom really. So
Very easily. I didn't quite catch Roca, but I believe he may have died at Jaxie, so he's opting in for backup strats right here.
potentially, yeah. Misses the slots actually first try. iiPK and xwater on their way to the dunes here.
Mocha messed up slots for the second time. Oh, and rocamocha gives up on the slots. It's not worth it.
Wasted time there as well.
Yes, Roca is going to have a very difficult desert.
Oh yeah. This does give xwater a chance to catch up though, seeing as their PBs are different. So depending on how the runs go, this could be a huge advantage for xwater here. So
Yes, we are definitely going to see xwater pull away from here very quickly. Meanwhile, Vivid and iiPK are actually very close to one another. Maybe only about 10 seconds separating them.
yeah, maximum I think. So definitely.
But from what I understood, Vivid's early game, pre-Metro, is very solid.
Definitely.
So xwater,
look.
iiPK, and Vivid leaving.
Yeah.
And Roca making up for lost time. I think he's going to go back and try to get this Jaxie. He is very low in coins, so he does need to get this.
Definitely.
Alright, he gets it the second try. Now
Nice.
I think he is all finished. No, he has one left.
Yes,
The
the go.
cactus.
Yeah, the cactus. Yeah. Man, rocamocha losing loads of time here.
Oh, he's easily behind a minute and a half.
Oh,
Jaxie
yeah.
can be unforgiving. Whenever in these race scenarios, you want to make sure you opt in for slightly safer strats, even if it does cost you a couple seconds to grab that checkpoint.
Definitely. Like, even just grabbing a checkpoint near to a potential death point is also a very nice thing to do, so.
iiPK setting himself up for a cap jump before he grabbed that moon. Nice little preemptive strat there. Does save a little time.
Yeah. And it looks like the commentary feed was switched over to you now, so. Thanks, admins, for changing that.
Oh, nice. I exist now.
You exist. You are no longer B minus. You are baby.
So, everyone minus rocamocha just about finishing up with Lake. Lake is a very short kingdom.
It is.
You only need 10 moons, and they're all like grouped together very quickly. Like there's not much space separating any of these moons.
Definitely. I believe this kingdom takes max 4 minutes, I think. Like 3 to 4 minutes, so it's definitely I believe the quickest kingdom in this game, besides Cloud Kingdom, but
Or
that is
Cap
just a boss
Kingdom.
fight. Yeah, or Cap, so
That one doesn't really count.
yeah.
And I think leaderboard pace, top 10s finish this in just over 3 minutes.
Yeah. So
They're very optimal in their movement. So iiPK finishing up the goofy bunny, as I like to call him. He's
as
tall
well
and
as
lanky.
xwater, yeah. The tall, lanky one that can be kind of annoying if you miss jumps on him. So
Oh, he is very unforgiving.
oh,
He will
he is.
jump around all over you.
It's like his version of teabagging you in a way if you miss him. He's like, ha, get wrecked. And it's like, thanks, bunny. It's like, that's great. You just keep hopping, and we'll just keep waiting.
So it looks like rocamocha did have a very efficient late kingdom, so it did save him a lot of time in the end. So all he has to do is finish up the boss and load up, and he might catch up to xwater here in the next couple kingdoms.
Definitely.
Meanwhile, Vivid is still only about 5 seconds behind iiPK, so he might have done some hardcore practice last night.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Because if I am correct on this, yeah, xwater's PB was an hour 13 minutes, and then iiPK's PB was an hour 11, and they're on pretty even pace, which means that xwater probably did some practice.
No, Vivid did the practice
Vivid and
last night. Vivid and iiPK. They might have a lot closer times than we realize right now.
probably, yeah.
I believe Roca probably did some practice as well. He was only a minute behind xwater's PB.
Probably, yeah.
So, looks like this bunny not giving xwater or iiPK too much trouble. As Mips, as everyone likes to call him. Likes to run around in circles and make you look silly.
Definitely, yeah.
Ooh, Vivid opting to save the Mips moon after the rock. I'm not sure if this is actually faster, depending on where you were able to land the moon.
Yeah, because some people, they go... Sorry, go ahead.
You do have to do some backtracking, so I'm not sure how effective that backtracking actually is.
Definitely. Moving on into the flooded pipeway here. Both xwater and iiPK are very close here. Wow. rocamocha just entering into Wooded now. So, this kingdom is one of the ones that hasn't changed really at all. Well, it looks like iiPK took a bit of a different route there. I didn't see exactly what he did, but something happened there. Not exactly sure what he did, but definitely something different that I haven't seen before.
He may have just opted straight for the long. You can actually do, I guess, the captureless climb to get the nut on the wall. It saves about 2 seconds when done perfectly, but still a very hard movement to accomplish. Looks like iiPK taking some damage in the pipe.
Yeah.
Vivid taking some damage as well. So rough pipe for our top runners so far. They weren't able to get the damageless perfect pipe. Oh, iiPK taking a bonk on that wall. That'll cost him.
That will definitely.
Oh, swimming in the purple goo.
Another bonk. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, xwater is taking a different route here potentially, or is he not? Oh, no, he's not. He's actually ahead of iiPK now.
xwater likes to do a late warp to the pipe. So you can see xwater make his way all the way up to the boss room, warp back before he fights the bunny, and then warp back up to the top to finish off Wooded Kingdom.
Okay. I don't know if that's faster at all or not, but
it still makes up for a very fast Wooded Kingdom. You may only lose about 3 to 4 seconds over top pace.
Okay.
But with him warping back, you will not have to worry about the Cappy dialogue in Metro.
Definitely.
Alright, let's see if iiPK does the P-switchless route. He has shown some rather bold claim to riskier strats so far, and he is going for it. Oh, he lost his momentum there. Yeah, if you don't hold your analog stick in just the right position, Mario will lose his momentum. Oh, he almost took a death there. He's determined to get this.
He is, yes, definitely.
And he opts in for the safer P-switch route. I don't blame him there. It's a very, very difficult jump. Vivid taking the easier triple jump setup. I believe if you take a long jump back to that point where Vivid was at, you end up only saving maybe 1 second. So I wouldn't say it's too much worth if you don't do it the optimal quick way.
Definitely, yeah. Vivid did do it first try though, which is super awesome for him. And iiPK, with failing that, that'll definitely cost him a good solid bit of time from wasting it there, which does put xwater, I believe, as the top runner for now. So,
yep, I believe xwater only has the last 3 from this, so looks like he'll be the first one out of wooded. Looks
nice.
Like rocamocha getting that first try as well.
Nice.
So Vivid is only about 1 boss fight short behind iiPK, so he is still very much in this race.
Definitely. And Vivid and iiPK, both on the boss fight, but iiPK does finish it first, so that will put iiPK in the lead between those two. And then xwater is in lead between him and Roca. So, for clarification for some people, because I see some people in the chat right now being like, who's running who, or like whatever. So, yeah, iiPK is versing Vivid and xwater is versing rocamocha, just for clarification. So. But we're still just kind of all joining them together because it's easy that way, so. iiPK and Vivid both getting the triple bananas here, and we'll be going on to Cloud Kingdom.
Yes, this could be a very quick and painless Bowser battle, or very long and drawn out, depending on where you toss Bowser's cap. He may grab it right away, he may jump away from you. Depending how fast you want to go, it could save you a lot of time or cost you a lot of time.
Definitely. And some people potentially might go for the fast strat if they've done it before, of where you go behind Bowser when he's going to throw his caps, just to get it really, really fast capped. But I don't know exactly how that works since I've never really seen it in action before.
So the basis behind that strat, you want to be between Bowser and the caps he's throwing, and then you want to damage boost right before he starts throwing his caps. And then if you do a slight jump right before he throws his final cap, and then throw Cappy as he's smacking his white cap, you should instantly grab it. Now iiPK going for the instant setup off the first cap. It looks like he gets it. He's definitely been practicing the instant hat grabs without the damage boost.
That was clean.
Yes. iiPK is a fan, quite the fan of world record holder of this game, so you can definitely see iiPK trying to mimic as many of those strats as he can.
Definitely.
I myself have not practiced these yet, so I'm okay with my 4-second time loss on Bowser.
I am as well, so.
They're very difficult to pull off, and you have the potential to be frozen in midair if you grab the hat at the wrong time.
Definitely, yeah. So iiPK does get it every single time. So
that will save him plenty of time. It looks like he's only seconds behind xwater right now because of his quicker strats on Bowser being executed flawlessly.
Definitely. Rocamocha is getting into the Bowser fight as xwater is at tree skip, so that's something to note. Also, Rocamocha did go for quick strats on Bowser and did get it, so that's always nice. Ooh,
like xwater not having any trouble with the meme tree, nor does iiPK.
Definitely. iiPK did almost bonk there. He got kind of scared and did a backflip and threw his cap all over the place, but he did get his composure back again. So.
iiPK taking a death here. That'll cost him quite a bit of time.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So that puts Vivid basically at the same pace with iiPK right now. Vivid maybe 10 seconds behind because iiPK doesn't have to grab his first moon. But it looks like Vivid's having some trouble with that setup.
100%.
On the bottom, xwater is just making quick work of this place. You can tell he does not want to be here at all.
Oh yeah. Especially with that bird. That bird can really, really kill you, so.
Oh, most definitely. If you trigger the bird cutscene by accident, you lose a minute. Just getting back up to where Cappy is and beating the bird. I think it's an instant minute time loss.
I think Chad is making a meme out of me, so this is great. Me saying definitely. Just spam definitely in the chat, boys. This is great. That's apparently my thing now, so.
The bird may not be able to kill you, but he can kill your run.
That's what he does kill. He does not kill you, he kills your run.
Kills your hopes and dreams of that PB.
Yeah, basically.
So iiPK going for the cage strat. It looks like he lined it up. Oh, it looks like he missed. Time for round 2.
Yep.
And Vivid's only looks like he's only 2 moons behind iiPK at this point, so he definitely gained some ground. And
yeah,
looks like xwater has just started the lovely Dark Metro.
xwater is doing really good so far, so.
Oh, he's on a solid pace so far. I believe his timer has been in the green the entire time.
So that's always a plus for xwater there. Definitely happy with that. So.
And Roca maintaining his composure, maintaining a solid pace behind xwater, so he's showing no signs of letting up just yet. And Roca going in for the deathless strats. He needs all the coins he can possibly save right now.
Yep. The only thing I can see in the chat right now is just a whole bunch of definitely. This is great. This is great. People are going to be watching the restream of this for some minutes. Look in the chat.
xwater bonking into that Goomba. That'll cost him. Everyone knows Goombas have no weak spot except the top of their skull.
And Goombas hate you and we hate Goombas. It's a love-hate relationship here, boys. Now, this inside part of Metro can really, really kill you at times. Because the top jump, if you miss it, you get reset back down to the start, and then you have to climb the tower all over again, which really sucks a lot, so.
For sure. If depending on your climbing speed, it's an easy 40 seconds lost. So now it looks like all of our runners are in Dark Metro, so we're somewhat synced up again. Oh, xwater falling to the bottom. That is going to give rocamocha loads of time to catch back up.
Sad for him. That jump is definitely very hard because of the fact that the camera moves around. So you got to be very careful of when you throw Cappy and everything else because of the fact that the camera does move. So
if you opt in for the instant hat dive jump, you don't have to worry too much about the camera angle, but you still have to make sure you do not move that control stick, or else you will miss Cappy.
Yeah.
And xwater opting in for the safe strats. He does not want to fall again.
Yep.
Meanwhile, iiPK getting his long jump first try. So that actually puts iiPK in the lead out of our forerunners ever so slightly.
Yep. iiPK and xwater are basically almost at the same base now, back again.
So let's see how this 2-cycle treats everyone. So Roca finishes his climb. All he has to do is that long jump. And then Vivid's going to be the last one out of the climb, but he's still on very close pace with everyone else.
Yep. It looks like Roca does make the jump. Vivid having a little bit of trouble on those poles there.
They can be tricky.
And look,
Oh,
yeah.
Vivid does have a lot of trouble getting that cap jump off the last pole.
Will iiPK be able to get 2-cycle? Potentially here. And he does, just barely clutching it. And Vivid does get the top skip there first try, so very nicely done on his part.
This 2-cycle can be very tricky. You can do a setup where you can potentially manipulate him to go downwards, and then you can spam fire all of your cannon shots starting at the head in the same spot, and you should take out his entire body before he stops moving. But a very risky strat if he does indeed turn upwards very quickly and you miss your first couple shots.
100%. Looks like rocamocha did do the fast strats where you just aim at where his head went and then just fire there, because he only had his head segment left. So
yes, the quick strats can be very effective. I believe more people should opt in for it. It may be safer in some ways, but who am I to call out anyone on the terms of safety?
Yep.
All right, okay. Looks like he is not going for scooter clip. Instead, he is going for RC car. xwater opting in for RC car as well, having a little trouble with it. Oh, okay, maybe more than a little trouble. That'll cost him.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna count that as like 4 bonks with the RC car.
No moped. We'll see if rocamocha or Vivid does mocha. Moped strats.
Moped strats can save you 7 seconds. Oh, nope. No one opting in for it. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame these runners. You have to tilt your entire body to the left and your controller upside down, so I don't blame these runners for not going for it.
I don't either.
They're not trying to pull any muscles with this race. So I believe Vivid had a 3-cycle, unfortunately, so that did set him back.
Mm-hmm. Vivid on pretty good pace though. He might actually PB this run potentially if he gets really good in some kingdoms. So
definitely, it looks like he's trying the instant capture setup. If you don't get the setup right away, it is quicker just to go in and grab it and get out.
Yep.
And none of our runners opting in for the moped this round. I don't blame them.
Same here.
So iiPK and xwater are still very close. iiPK is about half a skyscraper climb ahead. Ooh, and he falls, so that put xwater in the lead.
That'll cost him.
Our left runners will be back and forth with each other, but they are not in the same race, so.
Yep. If only. That would be a matchup of the ages.
We can dream. We can pretend.
Yes. We can pretend that would happen. But
Vivid getting the feels bad man on first try.
Yep. Feels bad. Feels bad, bench bro.
He may feel bad, but he's been packing some moons. He only gives you 1, but I'm sure he has more than 1 in those pockets. He's just holding out.
He's like, yo, you're a nice guy. I'm going to give you 1 moon until the next guy comes by. He's just saving it for all those Marios that come around, you know?
Yep, he sees about a Mario an hour.
He's like, oh, time for my next Mario appointment. Gotta go sit on my bench again. Wow, iiPK and xwater neck and neck right
Almost
now.
frame perfect.
I know, right? This is gonna be. I'm excited to see who's actually gonna win this between iiPK and xwater. Even though they're not versing each other, I'm excited to see who comes out on top between those two.
Almost definitely, they are within seconds of
Oh
each
man,
other.
it's like 1 second or so.
Vivid having a little trouble with that little construction moon, but looks like he made it out there. Okay. And Roca finishing up Busy Street, and he is not too far behind xwater. So it is still anyone's race in both of these brackets. OTEP.
Oh, Teb, there's the meme. Y'all like, or loads of people like, I guess. Players not too far behind now. Rocamocha is pretty close down to xwater, as where Vivid is still quite a ways behind, just because of that 3-cycle Mecha Wiggler.
Yes, it is now if nope, iiPK will not misclick into snow because he does have he did do Sphinx Room, so he does have the coins to go straight to snow.
Yep.
I've seen runners do a misclick into Snow Kingdom and it costs them about 40 seconds.
Definitely. Because if you don't have enough coins, you have to do a lot of rerouting, especially if you have really low coins to get the required coins to be able to get the shot moon. So I think everybody has enough coins.
Vivid does not have enough coins. However, I think during his race yesterday, he did early Snow Kingdom. I believe he's using an older route of Snow Kingdom currently. I don't know if he went back and watched the VOD, took some notes on it, and saw it was, ooh, iiPK taking a bonk into that glacier. That'll cost him.
Yeah. That's great. Vivid's definitely a solid 30 seconds to a minute behind now.
I think Vivid forgot he could warp now. He still has OTEP to get. Okay.
OTEP, and then over to... Oh, it actually looks like... Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say Vivid missed the moon, but I forgot you get a moon from the Mecha Wiggler piece.
Right, and it looks like Rocamocha opted in for Seaside first, because he is broke.
He is very broke.
Ooh, he's doing a quick roll-off. I don't think he meant to go down below, but that was still efficient. Not optimal, but he made it down there to that point very quickly.
Yeah. It looks like xwater is actually being the first out of these 4 now. So.
Oh, almost buying that King Heart. That would have been very bad.
That would have cost him a lot.
I think he still would have had the coins for it because of Sphinx. It looks like he has 73 remaining, so he would have been fine, but he would have had to go through the talking, and I'm sure he didn't want to do that twice. Oh, and looks like he fails the hot dog stand for the snow cone. I'm gonna call them hot dogs because why not? They're already in a snow-covered city. Why would anyone want a cold snow cone versus a warm hot dog? Oh, an xwater falling off the bridge. It looks like he's gonna opt in for the climb up. That long jump can be risky.
Yep.
Meanwhile, on the bottom right, Rocamocha is making very quick work of Seaside. He's not having any difficulties with it.
Oh yeah. So really, we'll get to see after Roca and xwater get of snow here. Ooh, xwater does take a bonk there before this guy, so that'll definitely cost him a little bit of time there. But yeah, we'll definitely get to see who's farther ahead than the who's farther ahead after this. I think xwater is still ahead from Rocamocha, but they are pretty close in time. So we'll see after they join up. In I believe it's
luncheon.
Yeah, luncheon. There we go. We'll see where they're at at the time. So,
all right. For newcomers to this, Seaside is roughly a minute and a half faster on optimal pace. So it'll be hard to tell who is who is in the lead until they both finish up both kingdoms. It looks like Vivid is going in for some coin collecting before his shop.
Oh yeah, he is missing 9 coins there. He's gonna have to make those up really fast here.
Looks like he has 94. So if he grabs the 2 off the hot dog stand, or the 6 from the hot dog stands, he should be fine.
Yep.
Or he's going to opt in for some other strats. Looks like he is going for the long jump and will get it.
Yeah.
Close one. I don't like doing that. You only save a second and a half if you don't slow down. And I'm not the type to not slow down for that portion.
Yep. So I think Vivid will buy the moon later. He's gonna get some coins first, and then gonna buy the moon. So
Right. With the coins in this room, it should be more than enough.
oh yeah.
iiPK and xwater finishing up Snow Kingdom. They're gonna make their way onto Seaside. Meanwhile, Roca just started Snow Kingdom, so I mean, if that goes to show you that Seaside does get finished faster than Snow Kingdom.
Yeah. Roca did go in a little bit after them, but did finish before them, so definitely.
xwater taking a little risky strat. He almost fell, but he managed to get the cap jump and dive back onto safe footing.
Yeah.
So it appears as iiPK retook the lead by about 15 seconds over xwater, so that puts him in first out of our 4 runners currently.
Yep.
So rocamocha spinning off his hard-earned coins. Feels bad. Mario's broke again. Same with Vivid. we have our broke Marios on the right side, and then we have our Marios on the left going in for a nice beachside vacation. Alright, iiPK getting his first moon up on that ledge, no problem. That series of jumps is harder than it looks. If you do not get high enough, or if you try to cap jump too early, you will bonk off that wall and you will lose a considerable amount of time. Looks like xwater is opting in for the triple. Takes a little more time than getting up there very quickly, but he gets it nonetheless. Vivid finishing up the Goomba room. Looks like he has all 4 Goombas, so he does not have to worry about resetting them. I believe you have to go to the door to reset all 4 Goombas. You don't actually have to leave or die, just depending on which ones you killed. You have to go to a certain part of the room for the Goombas to respawn. Roca taking the fast strat up onto this wooden block. Ooh, and he bonks. That'll cost him, folks. That'll cost him. xwater having a little trouble with this cave, but he still gets the moon nonetheless. Oh, iiPK almost missing that last note. That was a little scary, but he managed to clutch it out. And now he's gonna be a cheap after he grabs this octopus. So for our runners on the left, they're gonna be a cheap for the remainder of Seaside. Due to numerous amounts of rerouting, there is definitely the cheap is the fastest current known method, as opposed to going to Captain Toad, buying a moon. We need less coins overall for the updated route, and overall cheap is just faster in general. So
yeah.
So it looks like Vivid is finishing up with Snow Kingdom. He will make his way onto Seaside as well. Looks like he's roughly a minute behind iiPK at this point. But
yeah,
the Mecha Brutal, depending on where you mess that fight up, you will lose. You might lose a minute compared to your opponent. So
Mecha Brutal can make all the difference.
Exactly.
Depending on how much you practice it.
And Moon Skip.
Oh yeah.
Looks like Roca going for the fastest strat possible, doing a dive into a double long jump there. And look, he gets it, no problem. So it looks like Rocamocha may only be, I would say, 30 seconds behind at this point. Okay, xwater taking a quick pick for his fans. going into snapshot and taking a quick pick for the fans. And he is bonking straight into that bottom seafloor. That'll cost him, folks.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure what the Cheap Cheeps died, but I don't think they eat sand.
I don't think so either.
So Vivid is roughly 1 kingdom behind iiPK currently. Again, it's easily made up for with the remaining parts of this run.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, Roca finishing up, and he loads up only a few seconds behind xwater. So xwater and rocamocha are neck and neck, folks.
Dang.
They're seconds behind one another.
rocamocha made a bit of a comeback there from this, I think. He was almost at the same pace as Vivid, but he did make it back somewhere, so that is good news for Roca, so he still does have a chance.
Yes, Roca had a very clean Snow Kingdom and Seaside. So, rocamocha and xwater loading up luncheon only seconds apart from one another. So,
Wow.
they may exchange some, I guess, first place back and forth between one another. And they both made it up on the salt wall first try.
Dang. This would be close here.
Roca going a little to the left and right, but he still gets it.
Yeah. Now, really, if xwater messes up anywhere, or bonks anywhere, it could potentially put Roca back in front. Ooh, but rocamocha did bonk there.
Testing the Pepto-Bismol. Not your standard strength Pepto, everyone. It is not advised that you drink this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Looks like iiPK is the first one to finish up with Speward.
Yep.
So he will load the second part of good old Luncheon Kingdom. Undoubtedly the worst in my opinion because of the tight platforming.
Oh yeah.
See, and Vivid's finishing up Seaside, so I think Vivid's on pretty good PB pace currently.
Definitely.
I believe iiPK took a little burn. That'll cost him.
Oh yeah.
Alright, Roca and xwater still only seconds behind one another.
Dang, man.
So let's see if Roca takes a burn. That'll cost him later.
Oh yeah.
iiPK bonking on that fruit. That fruit is pretty much harder than steel, folks.
Oh yeah. You want to try and eat that that fruit? No way. It's like biting into steel there. You'd be like, oh man, this is like a juicy tomato. Nope, it's just solid steel.
I mean, these guys are made of steel. They are like forks made with the solid stainless steel.
Oh yeah.
So it looks like Roca having a little trouble getting up there. Managed to get that up throw.
Oh yeah. And Vivid just actually leaving Seaside and gonna be moving on to Luncheon as well. So everyone is now on the Luncheon Kingdom. Oh man, that frame perfect moon get from rocamocha and xwater.
Ooh, xwater is taking a death ear.
Ooh.
That is going to put Roca in the lead, provided he does not have an error.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness, xwater is at the bridge. That is an insane time loss.
That is costly. That is costly, bro. Seeing as xwater does have to make his way all the way back over to that salt pile in the lava lake. Dang.
It looks like Rocamocha has a substantial 15-second lead at this point, maybe even more.
Yep.
iiPK finishing off Forks. He's you can tell he's definitely taking his time, making sure he does not mess anything up.
Definitely.
And
Now,
Vivid finishing up Speward.
nicely done. Now we'll get to see here from some of these runners if they opt to take forks or if they opt to take the poi, whatever the other
Podaboo.
Portaboo. There we go. I always forget their name for some reason. I just call them lava bubbles for short. But yeah, if they're gonna take the lava bubble room or if they're gonna take the forks room. It looks like xwater and iiPK do take forks. So
depending on your routing, Forks is slightly faster. That is coming from the current world record holder, Shaden himself. And I believe, if he says it, I believe it. At this point, he likes making his run as optimal as possible. So xwater opting in for the damage boost strat here. He will make it, but it does save him some time. But he will have to watch that lovely refill.
oh yeah.
Meanwhile, Vivid is taking the safer route across that bridge.
I was about to say Rocamocha is now in first out of all these people, but I forgot he has not done the room yet, so that still puts iiPK in first out of these runners.
And depending on Roka's execution, xwater may pull ahead of him. The timing for this room is cycle-based, and if you do mess up, your ending cycle can be a bit risky.
Definitely.
And it looks like he opts in for the extremely safe strat, knowing that his cycle was off. Meanwhile, iiPK taking control of that meat. And he is going to make his way out of luncheon very shortly.
Oh yeah.
So, iiPK, the first of our runners to leave the beautiful luncheon kingdom. Personally, there are far too many vegetables here for my liking. And not enough steak.
The only thing that I like about this kingdom is the moon color. That's my favorite moon color out of all the moons, so...
Yeah, you have that nice little, I guess, sky blue.
Something like that, yeah. Light blue, sky blue. Something around those lines. What would you say is your favorite moon color?
Blue as well. Blue is my favorite color. So it's a tie between Luncheon and Wooded Kingdom. But Wooded Kingdom does have the better soundtrack, so gotta give it to Wooded.
Fair enough. Chat, what is your guys' favorite moon color? Say it in the chat right now.
Vivid doing Forks.
Nice.
Oh man, these Forks guy. You cannot trust a Forks guy.
Oh no, you can't. So I think Rocamocha was the only one that did the portable room, so
we can trust Roka.
Yeah. We got a whole lot of blues in the chat. We got yellow, like turquoise, pink, yellow, orange. Brown is in the color.
Brown, Dan's game.
Uncle Tan, brown is in the color. And Beastie saying all of them.
I think he's just playing Switzerland.
Probably.
Alright, iiPK starting off with his dragon fight. Now this is probably the last thing we expected to see in a Mario game, aside from Paper Mario, of course. It was an actual lightning dragon fight.
Yep. Now so many people, like, as soon as this came out and people saw it, a lot of people thought of Dark Souls or like Skyrim or any of those sort of games. But me personally, I'm just like, oh, it's the dragon, like, because I never played any of those games before. As there were people who had played those games did make kind of a connection there, so.
Right, for sure. I opt in for the lesser known, or I guess lesser memed version. I call him Deathwing. He may not breathe fire, but he breathes lightning.
Oh yeah.
So iiPK going for the damage boosting strats. So what a lot of runners like to do, as soon as his head drops, they'll actually just go ahead and dive on his nose. You only take 1 heart of damage, but you don't have to watch the refill animation when you collect these moons. So it's actually a little quicker to set yourself up.
Oh yeah. So in terms of place here, I believe iiPK, iiPK is first, and then rocamocha out of these 4 runners is second, and then xwater is third. Looks like xwater is doing a little wall glitch thing there, where you just spin on the wall a whole bunch just to stay on the wall.
He must not like to give Mario his exercise.
Gotta get your daily workout done. You know?
Looks like rocamocha opting in for this as well, but not going quite as well as xwater.
Not going quite as high, yeah.
So now for Vivid, he just has to make his way to the stake and get his triple moons, and he will be joining these runners as they exit the dragon fight.
Yep.
So it is still anyone's race here currently. A bad Bowser's Kingdom can make or break it for these runners, especially in xwater and Roca. 1 error can cost you essentially first place in these current standings.
Oh yeah, because rocamocha and xwater are very close. Rocamocha did come back somewhere. I didn't see exactly where, but he did come back. So
I believe he had a quicker ascent than xwater on the dragon.
Okay.
So he took the lead over xwater.
Yep.
And according to these splits, xwater is slightly behind his PB pace currently.
Yep.
But
let's see how they all fare on Mecha Brutal.
From my understanding, xwater can save over a minute on his Bowser's Kingdom, according to his PB splits. Now, a new strat that was developed here with this bird, you basically leave the bird at the top of the wall, leave your cap right beside him, drop on this moon, and then recapture the bird. And that is actually quicker than doing everyone's favorite glory hole. So it looks like iiPK gets it. He's going to make his way up to the first. Ooh, almost falling there. And Vivid is making his way to the boss fight.
Nice.
So Vivid might be about, I want to say, 2 minutes behind.
Yeah. 2 to 3-ish minutes behind.
It looks like xwater is going for birdless, and he gets it. Again, it's whatever these runners have practiced and are comfortable with.
Yep.
I believe xwater and rocamocha know they are very close to one another, so they are not going to opt in for anything super risky at this point.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, iiPK is starting his moon shards. Now, there are a few different ways to get these moon shards. I believe iiPK goes for, iiPK is doing birdless moon shards. So what you do is, you get that first one under the cannon, you get the second one by the spinies, then you jump up on the side of the wall to get the third one. You do a little homing cap to get this fourth one. It looks like he bonks. That'll cost him. And then you use the bird to get the last one, because you have to. He tries to return to sender that final cannonball, but it does not work out for him.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like xwater pulled ahead of rocamocha, having a little faster platforming.
Mm-hmm. It looks like xwater did a weird trick there and went on the other side of the wall, and then cap dive around that back wall to get the second moon shard that everyone usually gets, instead of getting it second. He got it first. So
right, and that's just xwater's preference. He prefers to go around to the side, get that one first, and then collect them in his order. So that's just a little route variation based on his preferences.
Yeah.
Oh, and Mocha diving off the side. Oh, that'll cost him. Oh, and iiPK taking the fall over the abyss. Oh, that'll cost him.
Ooh. Dang, two runners already dying in Bowser's Kingdom here.
So, with those 2 deaths, that puts xwater in a very firm current lead. Luckily, iiPK didn't have to backtrack the entire way since he had already gotten the moon.
Yep.
And it looks like Roga's having some trouble getting that moon on the side of the wall.
Mm-hmm. Vivid still on the dragon fight here.
Interesting. He definitely had to take a death.
Oh yeah, because he's on the first cycle, so he definitely did take a death there.
So unfortunately for Vivid, that is about the cost of a really bad Mecha Brutal. So
yeah,
we'll see how iiPK executes the rest of this.
That basically almost guarantees iiPK the win here, I believe. Just depends on if iiPK does die again or not, because if you do get per chance by a complete random chance, if you do end up dying on Mecha Brutal, that could definitely give Vivid a chance, but I don't think iiPK would die, so it is very hard to die on Mecha Brutal. So
at the very least, iiPK would grab the hearts to make sure he doesn't die.
Yeah,
but still, I think Vivid's still on PB pace currently. He just I think he would need to have a little bit more practice working out these lightning cycles. I don't think he's too familiar with it yet.
Yeah.
And he has to be careful here. He does not want a second death, and it looks like he gets it. So Vivid finishing up his dragon fight. He's going to make his way into Bowser's Kingdom. iiPK having a very clean green hats. Oh,
except that last hat.
Yeah, it looks like the third phase got iiPK and rocamocha. He can be a little tricky if you have him next to a wall.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
xwater did have a good topper.
He did.
So it is possible to instantly jump on topper for all 3 phases, but your timing has to be spot on.
Yeah. Vivid just finishing up Dragon now. Should have been finishing it up a bit before, since he did die, but so that definitely cost him time there, so.
Alright, iiPK making his climb up. Oh, takes a hit to the face by a bomb. That'll cost him.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, grabbing that checkpoint for health and safety. Does not want to restart.
Mm-hmm. No, I think Vivid actually might PB this run, depending on his Bowser Kingdom here. Because he is on PB pace, so I think.
Most definitely. 103 currently. If he can execute these last 2 segments of the run, they should take him about 13 minutes. So he could definitely have a 116.
Yeah.
Maybe 117.
Mm-hmm.
So iiPK starting his Mecha Brutal. And then xwater is right behind him. And then in third we have Roca with just starting his climb. Unfortunately, Roca took a death early on, so unless xwater can fall off, he can mess up these Mecha Brutal cycles and give Roca a chance to catch up. It looks like iiPK is having a little bit of trouble getting this first one.
Yeah, he did miss the first birdless there, so that'll 100% cost him time there, so.
Okay, it looks like he's opting in for ground pounds instead of backflips. He gets it up on the second time. So now he just needs to not fall here.
Yeah. So chat has created now a that'll cost him counter. Apparently for us, we've said it 23 times. So.
Well, guess we gotta break it out some more.
Oh yeah.
But these runners have not given me that many opportunities.
Yeah.
This has been a very low bonk run for most of these runners.
Mm-hmm. Vivid coming up on the Moon Shards segment, as all the other runners are at Mecha Brutal here. So.
Oh, iiPK fell off Mecha. He missed the very quick pre-spin kill. That'll cost him, folks. That'll cost him.
100% cost him, man.
That is the equivalent of like 20 bucks.
Dang. Ooh, and then Vivid gets hit by a bomb straight to the face.
That will cost him.
Does. Oh yeah, but he does recover quite fast though, which is good for him.
All right, iiPK finishing up. Oh, gets on the hat. Very risky. Easily bonkable. He finishes up. So iiPK, this being the second one to finish off the Mecha Brutal.
Oh yeah.
Rocamocha. It looks like Rocamocha has 2 hits left.
Yep. So that puts xwater in the lead out of these 4 now, and iiPK will be in second out of the 4, and then rocamocha in third. So.
Oh, and rocamocha misses that last ground pound. That'll cost him. It is a bit tricky timing those after the stomps.
It is definitely, yeah. Rocamocha does manage to get back on top though, with the bird and using the legs. So.
And he got one more hit on Roka's end, and he'll be finished with this fight. He just needs to make it up, and it looks like he will get it.
Nicely done.
So it looks like he's about, I would say, 45 seconds behind xwater currently.
Mm-hmm.
Now Moonskip can drag this out for the runners.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how fast they get Moonskip or not. So.
Let's see, Vivid working on his brutal fights. He gets the first bomb with no trouble, so he's doing good so far.
Nice.
Definitely on PB pace.
Oh yeah.
And Roka just getting his triple red bananas.
Nice. Nicely done by all these runners on Mecha Brutal fight. They did have, I believe it was, iiPK fell off twice, I think. And then Rocamocha did miss once. But I think xwater got a pretty flawless Mecha Brutal though, so.
xwater opting in for the double fire flowers, so that'll let him run all the way to the Sphinx.
Nice.
It will mess up a early triple, but I think it's just as fast if you don't mess it up. So xwater taking his time, making sure he's in the right spots. And it looks like he will get Moonskip first try, folks.
Nicely done.
And he is going to make his way onto Bowser, and he's going to crash this wedding.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, iiPK grabbing his Fire Flower and is about to set up Moonskip. And Vivid having a little trouble with Green Topper. He's got to be careful here. He does not want to die.
Definitely,
right,
definitely.
He gets it. So
nice.
The clinch is over, guys.
Oh yeah. Now iiPK is on to Moonskip time here. Let's see if he can get this first try.
It looks like he's... Yep, he gets it first try as well.
Nice.
So now all he has to do is make it onto that red carpet and finish off Bowser. And it looks like he's all set. Now we just need a clean Bowser fight from our left runners, and we will be on to the finale.
Yep, Vivid is the only one left behind here in these final segments, so...
Right, he will make his way up. He'll make his way up to the Mecha Brutal. Hopefully he did practice Mecha a little. It does take a little bit of practice to get what button inputs you need. It can be tricky if you're not 100% certain what to do.
Yeah. Now, if Vivid can get a good mecha, this would definitely be a PB pace for him. So
definitely easy PB for Vivid. Vivid has definitely the potential to be one of the top runners of this game. I don't think he's had quite the amount of time as our other runners have.
Yeah.
So.
You have to practice quite a bit, because I know all the top runners have practiced for over 150 hours plus now at this point. So they practice quite a bit in this game.
Yes, practice makes consistency. Looks like Roka gets the Moonskip. No problem. So he's going to make his way onto Bowser's. So xwater looks like he's going to be about if xwater goes for 2D skip, this might give Roca a chance to pull back for a neck-and-neck race.
Yeah, because if xwater does miss the 2D skip, that'll put Roca most likely up with xwater. But if xwater doesn't opt to go for moon skip, then this will be a clean win for xwater.
iiPK is going for the very risky instant hat grab, and he takes a death. iiPK taking a death on Bowser's. That is very costly. That'll cost
I've
him,
never seen
folks.
anybody take a death before, so that'll definitely cost quite a bit.
Luckily, he doesn't have to start from the very beginning of the room. He loads up inside the church. So, and he's going to restart his Bowser fight. We'll see if he takes a little bit of safer strats this time.
Oh, yeah. xwater entering the 2D part here, so...
So, interestingly enough, rocamocha has pulled ahead of iiPK. And, as you said, xwater does get that 2D skip. Right, he did do the 2D skip?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, he got it, no problem. So that
Very
must mean he wants
nicely.
the PB here. It's going to be very close for him. I think he's at 111 right now, so he might just fall short of his current PB.
Yeah, because his current PB is 1:13:33, so I think he will actually PB this run.
So Vivid making his work on the mech. It looks like he killed the top one first. I mean, you can kill them in any order you want. I think it's the preferred method that you save the top for last, so you don't have to worry about the spinning and the stomps. But it looks like he does get the quick one on phase 3, so now he just has the finale phase.
Definitely.
And
Fox
Vivid will be done
in,
with the mech.
yeah, Fox in the chat says if xwater doesn't take a selfie at the final queue, I'll run subbing. Well, Fox, I don't believe that's going to happen, so be ready to hit that button.
Alright, xwater sniping down that last pillar. He's going to be the first of our runners to finish this up.
Oh, yeah.
And Vivid should be just finishing with his mech. Nope, he took a little fall. Again, saving that top one for last is definitely preferred.
Oh, yeah.
So we may see Vivid go for a bird here to knock out the leg. So xwater finishing the race with his timer at a 1:12:13 official SRL timing. I don't have it open.
I don't either, so. Rocamocha is xwater did win this race between Rocamocha. It looks like iiPK will win this race against Vivid. But all in all, great show by all these guys. Super awesome play by them.
Yep. Roca finishing up 2D Bowser, and Vivid is finishing up Mecha Brutal. So it looks like Vivid's going to be at around a 119, 120. So definitely a PB from yesterday. iiPK going for the moon skip as well, showing off his Mario Maker skills.
Yeah. Now I want to see if xwater wants to come in to talk about his run here. Well, we wait for these other guys to finish up here.
Looks like rocamocha getting 3 hits in on that right pillar, and he's going to take the left route.
Nicely done.
And iiPK is starting the last section.
Yeah, iiPK was up front for this entire game, and then because of that death during the Bowser fight, that did put him back down to third in all this. So it is a 1:12:14 for official SRL time for xwater.
Very solid time. And it looks like iiPK has one more pillar. Meanwhile, rocamocha is about to blast off, and we'll get his times here very shortly. Looks like on screen it's going to show a 1:14:27. Very good time by rocamocha.
Nice. Not his PB, but definitely not his worst run ever, so.
And then we will have iiPK showing us with an on-screen time of 1:14:47. Might have been 44.
Definitely
Meanwhile,
not iiPK's best run, but now Vivid here is
starting his moon.
yeah, it's just starting his moon, so
So it looks like Vivid is at a 115, so he might finish with a... Oh, taking a death here. That might push him back to a 121.
ooh yeah, potentially.
Definitely don't... You want to abuse these moon physics here, because you can jump quite far with your long jumps.
Yep.
Okay, Vivid taking a safety dive there. Making sure he does not fall again.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, he saves himself.
Ooh,
He saved it, chat.
that was close. That was definitely close.
It looks like Vivid grabbed his fire flower. Didn't opt for the 2 fire flower method, but it looked like he's just gonna roll onto the Sphinx and attempt this Sphinx moon skip.
Yep, definitely.
Lining himself up. And it looks like he gets it. First try.
Nice.
So first try moon skip for all of our runners. Very good, very nice. And he's going to start his Bowser's fight very soon.
Yeah.
So we can expect to see some safe Bowser strats from Vivid currently.
Definitely, yeah. Everyone cheer on Vivid in the chat. Give him your support here in this final boss fight here.
And always, don't hesitate to give these runners a follow. They put on a great show for us.
Oh yeah.
We'll get those links for you in the chat so you can follow them. Again, very good runner. We can expect to see improvements from all of our runners. Because it's still early December, so these runners have plenty of time to improve their times before they finish up all of their group races.
Definitely. Now Vivid potentially being able to PB here, actually.
Vivid forgetting about that second tail swipe. That'll cost him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, taking damage from the fire. He wants to be careful here. Does not want to restart this Bowser's fight.
Yeah, that would suck a lot for him, since that would put him back. So, I think Rocamocha and xwater here are ready for an interview. We're ready for them, so. There we go, there's the winner signs there.
Okay. We'll just bring them in here really quick.
Yeah. For an interview, talk about their runs.
GG's, guys.
Hey, yeah, GG's to everybody.
Yeah. Very nice show. Very well done.
So, xwater and Roca, you guys were back and back in Bowser's Kingdom.
I thought I was screwed after I died in sand.
I was really scared after my death too, and my fall in the Metro Tower, man. That was devastating.
Yeah, that
I was
Metro
practicing
Tower fall.
that part specifically, like for an hour before the race. Like, don't fall down the tower. Don't fall down the tower.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, that fall in Metro caught Roca back up, as well as I think there may have been another fall where pretty much put Rocamocha 1 second behind you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
had no idea how I caught up. I was almost 2 minutes behind after the sand.
Well, I think xwater he fell off the bridge, so he had to take a backup strat.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you guys finished up, and you went into luncheon pretty much exactly at the same time.
Yeah, and then luncheon, I went to go for the moon on the top of the pillar right before you go to Cocaine Island, and I don't know why, I wanted to throw my hat to air stall to make sure I didn't have to re-jump for the moon, and I forgot I was stomping, and I just dove right into the Pepto.
Yeah.
As soon as it happened, I was like, oh no!
Oh yeah.
There's no coming back from that.
Hey iiPK, good race.
Hey man, thanks. Thank you.
Yeah. Great show by all you guys. Oh yeah.
Yeah. A little bit silly towards the end, but you know, that's kind of
Did
what
you go for
happens when
2D
you're
skip
like-
iPK?
Huh?
Did you go for that 2D skip?
I got the 2D shortcut, not the 2D skip, unfortunately.
Right.
Well, still
I
a
went
very
for
good
2D
run. I
skip.
think Dark Metro wasn't the kindest to everyone this time around.
That's the
Oh,
usual though.
It was nicer than it's ever been to me in the past.
There.
I don't think it was that bad to me actually. Now that I think about it, 2 cycle, I got up the skyscraper. No, I don't think it was bad for me at all.
Yeah. Sometimes Dark Metro can really screw over runners, definitely.
Oh
but
yeah,
other times
it's definitely one of the
yeah.
big humps in a run for sure.
And
Definitely.
then other times it'll just be like, hey, here's a freebie for once. So.
Yeah,
you get,
like
you get
your
to play
mistakes
longer
cost
than
you.
30 minutes this run.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
So we have Vivid finishing up his pillars. As long as he doesn't fall here, he should be a little earlier pace than yesterday.
Yeah. It looks like he will PB, I believe, so.
Nice.
Yeah, 121 time. It's
Always
about
love seeing those
I think it's
race
about I
peeps.
think it's about a minute faster than yesterday.
Yeah.
Did you go for the wall clip xwater?
No, man, I'm not nearly consistent enough with
iiPK, you
that
were
yet.
the only one who went for the wall clip.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yes,
Oh,
he went for the
course.
wall
You
clip.
dangerous
but
gentleman,
he
you.
got into the Sphinx room.
Oh.
It's all good though.
How many tries
I
do
mean,
you have to go?
I'm all about taking risks.
All right, let's see
Always
if
gonna take risks.
Give it
Vivid's
a 3
finishing
tries,
up
so
with a 121.28. We'll see if he wants to get in here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually missed my dino skip at the start too. I know it was so funny because I broke it with the dino's right foot and stepped on it, and he almost just jumped right off the edge. I was gonna be so
Yeah.
devastated if it fell.
Oh, that's happened to me before. And I
Yeah.
almost fell, but didn't fall. Yeah, that happens.
Like it's
Little
such a
bit.
small deal in just a run because you can just reset 6 minutes in, whatever. But like, if that happens,
Hello, Vivid. GG's.
Yeah. Welcome.
yeah, GG's.
Good games.
Yeah, good game, man.
I hear you
think,
got a PB. Did you PB Vivid?
Yeah, by a little bit. I
Congrats,
choked really
man.
hard, but I died on the dragon fight because on the.
Yeah, we saw that. That was unfortunate.
Yeah. Feels
Oh, well.
bad.
Hey, you never want to PB by too much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, very well played by all of you though. At the start, iiPK, you were probably the top person for the longest time, and then it was you and xwater who got neck and neck there for a while, and then rocamocha came up with you guys there towards the end. So
Yeah, it was my mech.
Max
And
was
then I
rough.
died twice on Bowser Kingdom trying to get on the roof.
Oh, bro, that's rough. I golded my Bowser's by like 6 seconds. It was gnarly.
Oh, I didn't use my splits at all. Those plus and well, the pluses actually kind of tilt me. So like in a race, I don't want to see those pluses.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I died twice after getting the moon shards. And then getting the moon, trying to get on the roof, I kind of killed myself twice, and I was like, that sucks.
Yeah.
And then my mech, I kind of fell off on the second to last cycle, I think, right after Rainbow. Link.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. You did fall off there. I think once or twice. I think so.
Oh, and I had trouble getting up too. I
Mhm.
bonked and then fell off, and I was like, what? I think I was
Man,
too
I
high.
got stuck like in front of the ears on the second cycle of the
Oh,
mech.
me
and I
too.
was like, oh, thank God. Like, how did I get blessed enough to not die here?
Yeah. That was like ridiculous. You guys had like some crazy like setbacks and then like some like comebacks and stuff. It was just ridiculous. So very well played by all you guys. So
Thank
Thanks.
you. I hope everybody
Yeah.
enjoyed the race too. Everyone watching.
That was fun.
oh yeah, everybody in the chat seemed to love our commentary. That we had a counter at one point for how many times it feel bad indefinitely. So it was that Acosta.
There
That'll
were a
cost
lot of
them.
bad fields.
Oh,
so
that'll
makes-
cost
that
them.
makes sense.
There were a lot of feels bad in the chat and like so many other things. Also, somebody in the chat said, I believe it was, somebody in the chat said if xwater doesn't take a picture at the last part of Bowser, then I'm
Yo,
unsubbing.
I brought in snapshot mode in Seaside. I was so
Yeah, I
confused
saw
for
that.
a second.
Yeah.
I was
Saw you
shaking the
taking-
controller
saw
so
you
hard with
taking
my
a-
fish, yeah.
So you
And I
taking
ended
a
up
pic
like
for the
sliding
fans.
my thumb down, and for 2 seconds I was like, wait, what's happening to the game? And then I realized, and I was like, oh shit, I'm in snapshot mode.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone was like, "Oh man, he's taking a picture for his fans there." You gotta take that selfie shot.
The 2D skip. I wasn't gonna bring out snapshot mode again.
Oh, you went for 2D skip?
Yeah.
Oh, me
Dude,
too.
we're the Mario Maker boys. We can't not go for 2D skip.
Yeah, we're actually really good at that. That's what we play on the daily.
Fair enough.
So I think we have some other races later this evening, if I remember correctly.
What do we got lined up?
I kind of got dragged in here last second, so I'm not too familiar with the schedule.
I think I have it open right now. Let me take a little look.
Yeah. Potentially, yeah.
I know there is one at midnight.
Yeah. So there is definitely some later.
So if you're a night owl, you will definitely want to catch that race.
Oh yeah. But yeah, great show by all these runners. Definitely give them a follow because they did very, very well in this race. So definitely shout outs to them for all being very neck and neck for most of the
Yes.
game.
Our midnight race is Funga _ and Rubbertoe64 over on Speed Gaming 2.
So on this one here, so yeah.
Funga.
hmm
So yeah.
Definitely. Well, I think we'll wrap this up here. Thanks everybody for tuning in. A lot of fun.
Thanks for having us.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. This is a lot of fun commentating for you guys, watching
Thank you
for
guys
people play as well.
And thank
Oh, yeah.
you, chat, for tuning in and watching, making this a great event.
And
Yeah.
Real heroes.
Chat, don't forget to follow Mr. Bunny 102. It was such a blast commentating with him. Really great guy.
Oh yeah, and don't forget to follow Bailey for all more of his great commentaries there.
Gonna be going for that 108.
Oh yeah.
We believe in you.
I'll get there before you, man.
Hey man. Yeah, probably.
We
Just
started
take it
on the
easy.
same day.
I can't wait for the race between you two, man. iiPK and Bailey.
Oh,
That's
this
gonna
is
be so
fun.
Oh, that's gonna be so much
I
fun.
already told him I'm not gonna use safe strats. I'm gonna keep doing what I do. And if I get it, that's gonna be a huge time save. So I'm gonna be
you-
practicing too. I have not practiced Luncheon or Dark Metro or Bowser Kingdom, so I'm gonna practice those.
Oh,
I'm gonna get you, dude.
you're gonna get them.
IBK's flexing on me.
Thursday.
Dang.
Log
Make sure
champ.
you guys tune in and chat. for
Don't
this
miss
race
it.
on
It's gonna
Thursday.
be hot.
Oh yeah.
Right.
All right, guys. I will be signing off. I hope chat and these runners have a good rest of their day. I will see
Yeah.
you guys at the next one.
Yeah, GG's
All right, you guys have
everybody.
a great day.
Yeah.
Thanks a
See
lot,
y'all.
guys.
Peace.